Hi guys, and welcome to another quick informal video. So today we're doing the review of the much awaited LG Tribute Dynasty. So this is by Boost Mobile. It's one of the newer phones that just came out recently. So yeah, it's not even like a month old, give or take, but overall, let's go into it. So here's the phone itself. As you can see, I already have an unboxing, so I will have a link in the description below if you want to check out the unboxing, so we don't take too much time. But let's get to the review. So this is the phone. Very, very nice. Like I said, on the right side, there's nothing. It's all just blank. Now, on the left side, you have, of course, your volume rockers. You have the volume up, volume down. On the top, you have your mic. See if it focuses. There you go. On the back, you have your 13, yeah, okay. You have your 8 megapixel rear-facing camera. As you can see, it's very nice with the flash. So always helps. The front has a 5 megapixel front-facing camera right there. So yes, 8 in the back, 5 in the front, my bad. There's your home button right here, or your power button as well. You click it and it does turn on. Of course, this being LG, it does have the knock as well. So that's pretty cool. That's a feature that I always like about the LG phones. And then of course on the bottom, you do have a headphone jack and power, where you charge up your phone basically. Charging port. So let's go ahead and check the phone out. So as you can see, I have been using it for a couple days, and guys, I have been using this phone all day playing games, and look at that battery, 44%. That's pretty good. And honestly, that's the only thing I've been using the phone is for gaming. So we'll get into that more later on. So the phone does come preloaded with a couple apps, of course, the regular Android apps, and then of course the Boost Mobile apps. You get Amazon, Facebook came with it. Play, all these other ones I downloaded just to test out the phone. So as you can see, I have downloaded some games, but like I said, we'll get more into that in just a sec. Scrolling down, this phone does have really good specs, especially for the price. So it is a 5-inch HD touchscreen display. The back, it has a 2,500 milliamp battery with about 15 hours of talk time. 16 gigabytes of ROM with 2 gigabytes of RAM, Android OS, which it is Nougat, of course, and we can actually kind of check that out. Let's see that. So go to General, About, where was it? Let's see. Whoops. There we go. Software info, and it does have the newest 7.1.2, so that is always good, especially on a budget device. So calling on this phone is very nice. Of course, I went ahead and deleted all the calls and all that stuff for privacy reasons. But calling on this phone is nice. Everything sounds crisp. Like I said in all my videos, it depends on the coverage where you're at. So if you're in an area with amazing coverage, then of course it's going to sound real good. If you're in an area where there's kind of low coverage, then it's going to sound bad. So you can never, say that to a phone. Now, texting as well, here we go. Let me show you the texting. It does have the Android Messenger texting app. So very nice. You do get, of course, your emojis, and everybody always wants to see the emojis. So here they are. Just typical Android emojis, it's pretty cool. There you go, guys. I actually kind of like the Android ones. They're not too bad, honestly. So that's good. Texting is very fast. There's no lag at all, and that's thanks to that 2 gigabytes of RAM that this phone has. Also has swipe and all that stuff, so that's always good. So like I said, texting, calling, it's basically all you need. If you need a phone just for calling and texting, this is pretty good. But now let's get into the other specs that this phone is very good at. So we talked about how much memory it has, so let's go into that. Storage, and here we go. So 16 gigabytes of memory. You get about maybe 9 gigs of 9.6, 9.8, give or take, almost 10 gigs of user. Now what that means is what you can actually use. Now I haven't downloaded many games. I've downloaded a couple games. So apps, there you go. There's 4.2 in apps, 263 megabytes. And then, of course, available, I have almost 3 gigs left on this phone. Others 1 point something gigabytes. And then the system, of course, takes 6.81 gigabytes. So basically just 16 gigabytes minus 6.82. So I'm getting what, 9.2, not even 9.19 or something like that, gigabytes of user. And of course, like I said, I've downloaded a lot of apps and stuff. So that's where most of the memory has gone. So overall, I think the memory is okay, especially for the price. I'm not going to say, oh, this phone should have had 32 gigabytes. Because for the price, honestly, it's budget device. Let's get into networks. Of course, we have the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, mobile data, calling. What I like about this phone is it does have a feature where you can actually block numbers, blocking and calling, of course, all that stuff. So private numbers, you can also reject that, block certain numbers. That's always nice. It also has mobile hotspot tethering. So you can actually, use a hotspot. Some phones, for some reason, don't have it. So I like that, this one does. LG also gives you where you can actually ringtone ID. So lets your phone create a unique ringtone for each call based on the phone number that's calling you. That's always cool, and that's something that LG offers. Do not disturb, lock screen. Like I said, lock screen, it's pretty cool. You can put a passcode and all that stuff. Here you go, there's lock screen, so you can use swipe, pattern, pin, or password. So that's also nice. Home buttons, fonts, especially if maybe you're an older person or something and needs to have bigger text, you can always go ahead and adjust that. Even the icons you can make bigger. It's pretty cool. So that's a plus always. Language, location, accounts, accessibility, all that good stuff. Now check this out, guys. I have not seen a phone. That's why I've been going through all these settings. I know it's kind of boring, but this is a reason that I want to go ahead and show you the settings. There's something that I've never seen in a phone, and it's gaming. I don't know if maybe that's with the newest Nougat update or what, but this is the first phone that I've seen this. So it has gaming tools. Get more out of your gaming by tapping the gaming tool icon in the game. Game graphics, break time. So break time's pretty cool. Let's say you're heavy gaming, and I don't know, you're about to go take a shower or something, or go eat. You can actually click break time. So reduce the brightness, performance whenever you leave the game running for more than 5 minutes. So if you just leave your game just running in the background for 5 minutes, the phone basically take a break and reduce the performance and brightness, saves you some battery and all that cool stuff. This is the number one thing that I like. Game graphics is actually pretty cool. So all these games run perfectly fine on this phone. So Guns of Boom is one game that I've been playing a lot. So if you play this game, add me on there. My name is Night Smunter. Pretty cool. So as you can see, frame rate, you can actually go ahead and make it really high or very low. Very nice. So I always put it high. Like I say, game graphics, it's so cool, guys. You just kind of have to experience it. I just might not be the most amazing thing, but I like that they added it. So speaking about gaming, let's get into gaming. But before we do that, let me just go ahead and finish the basis of it, and then we'll get into gaming, so I don't jump around so much. So the camera's pretty good as well. Like I said, it's 8 megapixels, but what I like about this, I will have a video showing you guys the camera quality. But what I like about this is that it autofocuses pretty quick, honestly. Look at that. There's maybe a couple seconds delay, but overall it does focus. And that's what I like about a camera, that it can autofocus. It just makes the picture look crisper. And, whoops, Jesus, my bad. And check this out. Boom, look at that. It even kind of zooms into it. Oh my God, I'm telling you, the camera's maybe, yeah, okay, it could have been 13 megapixels, but 8, I mean, should be just fine for the occasional, user. And then, of course, you have your filters, which is always pretty cool. See, whoa, look at these. So, like I said, filters are nice. It comes with the phone. You don't have to download anything extra. And then, of course, here's your settings: photo size, 8 megapixel, video resolution, HDR. So might want to turn that on. Cheese shutter, so you can say like whiskey, smile, cheese, and they'll take a picture of you, which is pretty cool. Of course, let's get into recording. And then to record is basically the red button. Whoops. You can also autofocus or focus lock. So if you just want to focus something and then just blur everything else, you can. There we go, you know, or you can just have it autofocus. You can also make it a lot brighter or darker the picture. Like I said, I'll show you guys a quality test of this in this video in just a little bit, so you can watch that, and I'm gonna let you see that right now. From facing camera test, it looks okay. Let's see with the sun on my eyes. Still looks okay. Let's see if we can focus on this tree right here. So as you can see, it's not really that bad. Actually, it has pretty good, decent camera quality. The autofocus I wish was a little bit quicker, but overall it's pretty nice. Okay guys, so this is a rear camera test on the LG Tribute Dynasty. So as you can see, it is kind of sunset now, so the sun is going kind of down, but overall it looks good. Let's see how good it can record a tire. Whoops. So I do like this phone. It focuses really good, has nice autofocus on there. So as you can see, the details, it focuses pretty quick, and actually looks very good detailed. So let me see if I can get this bark right here. There we go. I mean, for videos it does take a little while to autofocus, but overall the focus is there and it's pretty good. Let's get this leaf right here. So as you can see, there it is, and I like that it kind of blurs out the background a little bit. Not that much, but once it focuses really good, it does focus the rest of the picture. It does take, I would say, at least 2 seconds or so for it to actually focus on the picture. So there you go, and you'll see it in a sec. Just focus the whole image, and there we go. So like I said, it does take about 2-3 seconds, but overall it's pretty good. So this is the rear facing camera test on it. Sunsets that way, trees there. So yeah. So yeah, that was the front and the rear and the front, basically camera. And like I said, it's pretty decent. Does take a little bit to autofocus when you're recording, but I mean, it's alright. It's pretty cool. So let's get into that. Another thing that many phones don't have, especially like the Motorola ones, is a gallery app. So this one actually has a gallery app. You don't have to, you know, use the Google Photo app itself. So some people do like that feature. Of course, it has Duos. Internet browser is really good as well. Like anything, the browser is fast, especially depending on your connection. It's buttery smooth, you know, it doesn't take forever to kind of render anything. So what can I say? It's a web browser, you know. I use Google Chrome, and it's been the best for me. So let's see, here's a toolbar. When you scroll down on it, you have capture, basically your Wi-Fi, basically all the standard stuff, of course. Battery saver, especially if your battery's dying too quick, go ahead and use battery saver. But like I said, I haven't had any issues with the battery, even though it's a 2,500 milliamp. It's a small battery, but it does okay, guys. I really only have to charge the phone maybe twice a day, depending on the heavy use. Like I said, I use this game for gaming a lot. So further ado, let's go ahead and to talk about gaming. So gaming on this phone is amazing, and I think it was actually meant for gaming. You know, with the processor, it has a 1.5 gigahertz octa-core processor, so that's really good. I think it's better than the Stylo 3. I think it has a 1.2 or 1.3 gigahertz octa-core processor. This has a 1.5. Hey, so it's popping. So the gaming, like I said, is buttery smooth. There's no issues with it. So Gods of Rome, let's just go ahead and preview it. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna say these are pretty high graphic demanding, you know, games. So it's nothing like, you know, no Minecraft or anything like that. Of course you can play Minecraft on this thing, but I like, I don't know, higher graphic games. So here we go. So I'm just level 2 or whatever. Claim, blah, blah, blah. So as you can see, here's the graphics of this game. It's pretty good, and like I said, let me show you that game mode. So you slide right here, and you see this little controller right here. That's a little game mode that I was talking about. So here we go. You can even take a screenshot, adjust game graphics, take a break. So if you click adjust graphics, of course, like I said, I have it on high. So it's pretty cool. So definitely people ask me, oh, is this game good for gaming? Yes, you know, it's definitely pretty good for gaming. Like I said, check these graphics out, guys. Good Lord. So just play real quick, whatever. I'm just kind of show you a little bit of how it doesn't, you know, lag. And games that basically do tend to lag a little bit, you can lower the performance on it if you want. That way, it doesn't lag as much, you know, just depending on the kind of game that you're playing. But this game, like I said, has pretty good graphics and it doesn't lag at all. So I don't know, just fight. Like I said, I don't want to take too much time showing you guys this, but yeah, I actually do. So, and I do have some video recordings as well. So here we go. Let's see if I remember how to fight. Jesus. Bah, son, look at that. Bah, whoa. Dang, he's getting a little frisky. Damn. Oh. Combo me. Yeah, he done, bro. Come on. Dang. Look at that. Check that out. Like I said, no lag whatsoever. Victory, blah, blah, blah. So like I said, I don't want to take too much time on that. Just because, you know. So that's perfectly fine. Another thing is, let's test out that speaker. So let's see how that speaker is. So here we go. I don't know, just this. Of course, there's an ad, blah, blah, blah. Jesus. I really need to get YouTube Red or something. So the speaker is pretty okay. It's not the loudest, but I'd say it's decent. So there it is. It's, like I say, you know, it's not the loudest. The speaker is on the back. So if you do have it pretty high up, it doesn't sound distorted like other phones, like especially lower budget phones. I honestly like that about it. The phone does take a little bit to charge, not too long depending on the charger. If you use a regular charger that comes with it, it won't have any issues. But if you use like a little cheap, you know, Dollar Tree charger, it will take quite a bit. Said also it does come with Google apps like the photos and all that stuff. So overall, guys, that's some really good things that I like about this phone. Everything's fine with it, especially for the price that I paid for it. Let me tell you the price. The phone comes at $100, guys. So you might be saying, well, yo, Dragonic, you've been talking all this good stuff about this phone. What don't you like? The thing I don't like about this phone, I don't know if you can tell, with this camera, it's pretty good lens, but the contrast of this phone is not the best. It looks a little grainy, it looks a little washed out, kind of the colors doesn't look vibrant at all. So let me see if maybe I can change that or anything like that. Nope. No. Display size, nope. And even if you put the brightness up, I mean, it makes it look a little bit better, of course. But that's being full bright. You know, most phones, just with medium quality, it still looks really good. And of course, the brighter you put a phone screen, the more battery it's gonna drain. So there's nothing like you can really change about that. Bold text, I mean, home screen. Not really, but another thing that this phone does have that is pretty good for a lot of people is it does have an easy mode. I know a lot of people have requested in my reviews for me to see if they have an easy mode, and yes, they have an easy mode, guys. So overall, like I said, this phone for the price, I definitely would recommend it. It's $100 when it came out. Right now, Boost has it on sale for I think $60. Plus, they have a promotion going on for the MLK sale where you can get an extra 15% off, guys. I got this phone for about $59 after taxes and shipping from Boost Mobile's website. You can actually find this phone now at Walmart, but they have it, I think, $10 higher at $70, $69 or something like that. So it's a lot cheaper to get it on the website. At $100, I would say it's okay, but for $60, it's a steal, guys. You're not gonna find a better phone for $60 that has these good graphics. The other one that I would probably recommend would be probably the Motorola one. But definitely this one, I like it. It's small. The battery could be a little bit bigger, but the screen's not too big where it needs a 3000 milliamp battery. So overall, would I recommend it? Of course I would, guys. There's some phones that, you know, like I remember the K3. The K3 was about what, $100, $60, whatever, and that thing was trash. This one's way better. Nougat, that octa-core processor, like I said, especially if you guys are going to use this phone for gaming or social media like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. For Snapchat, I mean, you can probably use a better camera, but anything like that, it'll run in buttery smooth, guys. So that's my quick review of this phone. Hopefully you stuck with it. So yeah, guys, Dragonic Warfare signing off. Please comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know if you want to see more of this phone in the comments below, and I'll make more videos. Like I said, I'm definitely keeping this phone. I'm gaming on it like crazy, so I like that, you know. So you don't have to spend a lot of money on a more expensive phone. So thank you for watching, guys. Check out the description below. Shirts are on sale. You can support me on Patreon, all that cool stuff. So ciao.